Good morning students, welcome to your chemistry class. Today we will study about compound. So what is compound? A compound is a substance that can be split into simpler substance by chemical methods or by chemical means. So you can split the compound into its constituents by using only chemical methods. So few examples of compounds like carbon dioxide, water and sulfur dioxide, these all are compounds. So when the carbon is burned in the presence of oxygen, then there is a formation of carbon dioxide compound. And when mixture of hydrogen and oxygen upon kindled, means when you give electric spark to hydrogen oxygen mixture, it is converted to water compound. And when the sulfur burn in the presence of oxygen, then there is a formation of sulfur dioxide compound. Okay, so carbon dioxide, water and sulfur dioxide, these are few examples of compounds, and you can split the carbon dioxide back to carbon and oxygen by using chemical methods. Similarly, you can split water back to hydrogen and oxygen by using only chemical methods. And similarly, the sulfur dioxide is again converted to sulfur and oxygen. You can split the sulfur dioxide back to sulfur and oxygen by using chemical methods only. So you can split the compound by using chemical methods only. So next is formula of compound. So the compounds are represented by formula. So there is a formula for every compound, and the formula of a compound represents the number of atoms as well as the type of elements which combine to form a compound. So in formula, the number of atoms and the type of element. Okay, so formula shows you the number of atoms and the type of elements which combine to form that compound. For example, water is a compound, and in water there is a 2 atoms of hydrogen element and 1 atom of oxygen element. So from the formula of water, it is very clear that the water is made up of 2 elements. First element is hydrogen and the other element is oxygen, and there are 2 atoms of hydrogen element and 1 atom of oxygen element. From the formula, so we can judge about the number of atoms and the type of elements as the example is given. So next, few compounds and their formulas are given, like water H2O formula, carbon monoxide CO, so carbon dioxide CO2, sulfur dioxide SO2 and sulfur trioxide SO3. So in sulfur trioxide, it is very clear from the formula that sulfur trioxide is made up of sulfur and oxygen element, and there is a 1 number of atom of sulfur element, 3 atoms of oxygen elements in sulfur trioxide. So from the formula, the number of atoms and the type of elements is very clear to us. So next, the more compounds, more examples of compounds and their formulas are given, like sodium chloride, NaCl, calcium oxide, CaO. Calcium oxide is also called as quicklime. Calcium chloride, CaCl2, zinc chloride, ZnCl2, hydrogen chloride, HCl, sulfuric acid H2SO4, nitric acid HNO3, sodium sulfate Na2SO4, sodium hydrogen carbonate NaHCO3, plaster of Paris, calcium sulfate and half water molecule. So these are compounds with their formulas. So next is characteristics of compound. So first is compound can split into its constituent elements only by chemical methods, not by physical methods. And what are the physical methods? Like filtration, sublimation and distillation, these all are physical methods. So bache, please keep in your mind that the chemical methods are more powerful, more effective as compared to physical methods. Okay, and the compound can split only by the chemical methods, not by the physical methods. For example, water is a compound, so you can split the water into its constituents. So what are the constituents of water? Like hydrogen and oxygen. Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So hydrogen and oxygen are the constituents of water. So water can split into hydrogen and oxygen by using only chemical method, that is electrolysis method. Okay, so you cannot split the water by using any physical method. You can split the water only by chemical methods such as electrolysis. So next is elements always combine in fixed proportion by number of atoms of constituent elements. So the proportion of number is fixed. Okay, for example, water is a compound, and in water the number of atoms of hydrogen element is 2 and the number of atom of oxygen element is 1. So what is the fixed proportion of number for water? It is 2:1. So 2:1 is the fixed proportion of number for water compound. Okay, and it always remain fixed. Similarly, carbon dioxide, in this the number of carbon atoms 1 and the number of oxygen atoms 2. Okay, so what is the fixed proportion of numbers for carbon dioxide? It is 1:2. So for every compound, the elements always combine in fixed proportion of numbers of atoms of constituent elements. Okay, so this proportion always remain fixed. So next is elements always combine in fixed proportion of mass to form a compound. Okay, so the proportion of mass means the mass ratio always remain fixed in a compound. For example, water. In water, 1 gram of hydrogen combined with 8 grams of oxygen to form 9 grams of water. Okay, so this mass ratio always remain fixed. So what is the mass ratio? Means the ratio of mass of hydrogen and the ratio mass of oxygen. This is 1:8 and it always remain fixed. Okay, so in compound, the atoms of elements always combine in fixed proportion of mass. Okay, so this mass ratio is always remain fixed, it does not change. Similarly, another example is in carbon dioxide. So in carbon dioxide, 3 gram of carbon combined with 8 grams of oxygen to form 11 grams of carbon dioxide. So in carbon dioxide, what is the mass contribution of carbon? This is 3 grams. And what is the mass contribution of oxygen? This is 8 grams. So what is the ratio of mass in carbon dioxide? This is 3:8. So it always remain fixed, it does not change. Okay, so as we know that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed, only its one form can be converted to another form. So the mass of the compound is the sum of mass of its constituents. Okay, like the mass of carbon dioxide is a sum of mass of carbon and mass of oxygen. Okay, so mass of carbon in carbon dioxide is 3 and mass of oxygen is 8. So the total mass of the carbon dioxide is 3 plus 8 means 11 grams. So next property is the properties of a compound are entirely means totally different from its constituent elements. For example, water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. So hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas, but water is a liquid. Hydrogen is a combustible gas, means it catch fire. Oxygen is a spotter of burning, means oxygen spores burning. But the property of water is entirely different from hydrogen and oxygen, means the water is neither combustible nor the spotter of burning. Water is used to extinguish fire, okay, to finish fire. So the properties of water is totally different from its constituents, that is hydrogen and oxygen. The another example is carbon combined with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. So the carbon exists in solid state, oxygen exists in gaseous state, but the carbon dioxide is gaseous state. Okay, carbon can burn, oxygen is a spotter of burning, but carbon dioxide is used as a extinguisher. Okay, means to extinguish fire, means to finish fire. Okay, so the properties of carbon dioxide is different from its constituents, means from carbon and oxygen. So this is all over for today. Your homework is revised properly what we have done today. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.